Hello and welcome. My name is Gene, and today we're going to move ourselves through a rather prop centric seated practice, specifically focusing on the utilization of a yoga strap. You don't have to have it by any means, you'll still feel served by your movements today. But if you do happen to have a yoga strap, this is a nice time to gather it up. And before settling in, just making sure that strap feels comfortable fitting around a foot. However, that feels again is all your choice. Give yourself that moment to set up your prop. And then, when you are set, starting off in a seat. However, that seat feels for you today, whether legs crossed, legs extended, or out to the sides in a straddle. Arrive on your mat by breathing in nice and deep through your nose. And then breathing out this first one through the mouth just to let go of any of that stiff stickiness for whatever part of day you might be in right now. And beyond the act of releasing, simply notice how your breathing is embodying itself, how your breath is living in your body without necessarily changing it in any way. What does the air feel like moving through your nostrils? Do you feel any kind of hindrance, obstruction, hesitation in that channel of breath? And perhaps if you are feeling any kind of obstructive element in your breathing, that could make for a nice intention today. Using your practice to clear the channels, to make space for things in your body to be more notable, to be more prevalent and present. We'll offer 2 more breaths of grounding here. And incorporating some gratitude to your practice, just being thankful for this time. 30 minutes, 35 minutes, however long you give, just to be yourself. No strings to that. Alrighty. So when your breath has lived in the body with enough mindful sense, come back to a strong spine, open heart, shoulder blades dip down the back. Take another active breath in, engaging with your abdomen to lift in the body as you inhale. And keeping that lift even as you exhale, the shoulders soften, feeling that bit of heat live inside you. So starting off with some circles in the neck, we'll just take 3 on each side. Right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, tucked in. Left ear to left shoulder, and then either releasing the neck behind or moving through center. Just a couple more circles this way. Good. Now, once you finish that third circle, just reversing your movements in the opposite direction, taking 3 now to the left. And as ever, your breath might be a little faster, so maybe your circles move a little faster in response. Perhaps you mean to do 4 circles instead of 3. Honor your lung capacity, as even recognizing what it wants to hold can help you in clearing off any of that blockage in how you breathe. Coming back to center, nice work. Shake the shoulders out a little bit. Do one more small bit here before moving into some posture-specific places. So breathing in through your nose, you're lifting up through the heart again. And then little bitty twist to your right side. This is called a Sukhasana twist. Your left hand moves to the right leg as you engage with your ribs to take this twist. Neck looks over your right shoulder while your right hand makes a kickstand behind your right hip. All of those particulars out of the way. Take 3 breaths here for you. Breathing in. And then breathing out of your own cadence. 2 more. Nice work. Take one last inhale. Maybe you look a little further over your right shoulder. And then as you exhale, undoing that twist, you're going to reach your left hand toward the ground. Right hand, I should say, finds that left edge of the mat. And then just folding forward over your left leg for 5 breaths. It feels like a forward fold, but it's a little less center and a little more directed toward that left thigh. 3 more breaths. Back of the head is nice and relaxed, so that the forehead is reaching down toward that left knee. Nice job. So using your right hand at that left edge, inhale, walk the body back to your center seat. And then on the exhale, taking that twist now to your left side. Right hand is guided to the left leg, looking over your left shoulder. And of course, left hand makes a kickstand behind your left hip. Breathe. And all the while, really feeling your right sit bone anchor you in that seated twist. Allow your spine to feel like a staircase spiraling upward to the stratus. 1 more breath here. And then last inhale, look a little further over your left shoulder. As you exhale, undo your twist to center. Your left fingers graze the ground until they find that right edge of your mat. And then folding over your right knee, your right thigh. Right hand can go on top of the left, just to give a place for it to live for a few breaths. Great job. 1 more breath here. What does this variation of a fold feel like internally? Where does it feel good? Where do you feel a little stiffness? And then breathing in, take that silent period to reflect as you walk back to center. And then on an exhale, shifting back on your sit bones just so that the legs elongate against the mat. Dandasana staff pose. Great place to shake the body out a little bit. Drink some water as always if you wish. So, this can be a great place to grab the strap and set it over the right foot for now. We're just going to take a moment, making sure that strap is comfortable. And then just taking ourselves through a couple of postures. You're just going to breathe in through your nose. Hands will grab the strap just so that you've got a comfortable grip. And then exhale, bending that left knee, sole of the foot, tucked against your right thigh. From here, this is called your heron's pose, your Kranchasana. Breathe in through your nose. And then walking your hands on the strap as you exhale, lifting that right leg up. Take that time just to feel your sit bones planting on the ground. In truth, the sit bones on your mat, as well as the lift in your abs, supersedes how high the leg goes. It's when you feel stable in those two places, your sit bones and your abs, that you might find a little more height in your leg. Find that foundation, find that core for 3 more breaths. Great work. One more inhale. And one last exhale. Nice. So, to start, you're going to take your left hand on that inner left knee. Inhale, open the left knee to the side. And then opening the right leg out to the side, you're going to exhale, plant that right leg just outside the mat's edge. Slide that left foot against your inner right thigh. This is called Janu Sirsasana, or a head to knee pose. So again, hands can grab the strap. Take a breath in, twisting toward that right leg. And then breathing out, just like before, walk your hands toward the foot. As you walk the hands, pulling yourself forward ever so slightly. Now, you may feel like these shapes can be similarly achieved without the strap, and that's totally valid. Bringing a strap with you can create different sensory awareness points, I should say. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Maybe using the strap lets you focus more on your arms because you have a place for them to be secure. Do the elbows bend a little bit just to help your upper body, your torso region, trust your fold a little bit more? If you're not using the strap, maybe the hands do find the leg just to give you that nice lengthening feeling all throughout. Three more breaths. So from the strap perspective, if you're using it, you're going to inhale just to loosen your grip, allowing the spine to lengthen in that twist toward the leg. And then exhale, undo your twist in the ribs, facing the center of your mat. Inhale again, left hand scoops the left knee back up. And then exhale, send that left leg out past the left edge, taking your Upavista Konasana legs. Allow a moment just to shake the body out, rebound a little bit. Connected two postures together, both of which involved an extension of that right leg. So how's the right leg feeling for you? One more rebound breath here, just being in that stillness. Come back to your intention. How's the clearing of your breath channel going? And then a little bit of an interlude asana here. One leg at a time. You're just going to help them back to center. And then, as a way to transition, you're going to loosen your strap a little bit. Just so that now the strap can fit around both feet. It might feel a little funny if you use the strap. You almost want to think of the soles as comfortably spread against the strap's surface. Oh, something like that might feel good. So, when you feel both feet set comfortably on your strap, we're going to do a strap-based Paschimottanasana, or a strap-based intense Western stretch. So, taking a moment to anchor your sit bones on the mat, breathe in through your nose. And then if you're going strap way, exhale just like your Janusirsasana. The hands walking forward pulls the body forward. Now at any point you might feel like the strap isn't serving you, and you can always put the strap aside and take that more traditional inhale, arms go up, and exhale, hinge from the hip space. But if you are using the strap, reflect on what happens when it becomes less about your arms reaching, given that they have a task in quotation marks. Are you connecting more to that lengthening of your legs? Feeling a stretch all throughout. Are you connecting more to the shoulders as they widen from your back, almost like you're spreading your wings a bit? Three more breaths. Great work. So taking that inhale, just like before, loosen your grip on the strap if you're using it. And then as you exhale, just relaxing the arms. Same thing if you're going strapless, just inhale, spine comes back up. And then shaking out, drinking some water again if you'd like. So we're just going to take those same two prior postures, your Kronchasana and Janusirsasana, from the left leg's perspective. So the right leg will gently slip out of the strap as you tighten your strap around the left foot. Take that time just lengthening out through one leg, bending the knee of the other. Just getting a little bit of that loosening and steadying all throughout the legs. And then Kronchasana, Heron's pose. We'll start by breathing in. Lengthen your spine to the sky, crown reaches up to the ceiling. And then exhale, right knee bends, making sure you've got that inner crease of your right foot comfortably against your left thigh. From there, hands grab onto the strap as you breathe in. And then Kronchasana, Heron's pose. Exhale, lifting that left leg, pulling with the strap if you're using it. Again, evaluate the heat in your abdomen, feeling that lift, feeling that sturdiness of self. As you are rooted in your sit bones, The leg might lift higher, and as you're rooted in your sit bones, you're given a place for your breath to expand a little bit wider and go a little deeper. Three more to go. You're doing great. How are you feeling in your body? Come back to that gratitude. Just to feel that sense of I'm moving, I'm being, I'm feeling. Last inhale. And last exhale. Nice work. Just like before, releasing your strap from the right hand. You're going to inhale, open that right knee out to the side. And then exhale, helping your left leg past that left edge. And then sliding your right foot against the inner left thigh. When you feel your sit bones re-anchored, take a breath in, twist from your ribs to face that left leg. And then hands on the strap. If you're using it, exhale. Pull yourself forward, Janu Sirsasana, head to knee. Halfway point, breathing into all of those experiences in your shape. Are your toes actively flexed toward the sky? Is the left foot relaxed in any way? Relaxing the foot may lessen the intensity of the stretch through your left leg. So if you want that extra bit of heat, even if it's just an ember, it might be what you need. Two more breaths. And then inhale. Hands relax their grip as you slide back up to your center. And then exhale, the twist is undone. You're facing the top of your mat. Last little bit here, we'll breathe in, helping that right leg up, knee to sun. And then exhale, right leg extends out. One more straddle shape. Shake the body out, drink some water again. Little bit of a counter posture. If you have a mongoose pose in your practice, you can always take your hands, turn the fingertips so that they're facing the top of your mat, and then walking the hands back, bending the elbows slightly. The more of your spine you take with you, the more of a chest release you get. And again, it could feel really nice after doing a couple of forward folds, just to get that little extra space generated. Always welcome to drop back down deeper onto the forearms. Nice little shoulder engager if you go further back. 3 more breaths. Nice job. So if you took a mongoose rebound and went down to your forearms, very gently press into your wrists, coming back up to neutral. And then one leg at a time, bring your straddled legs together. From there, you can set the strap to the side. It has served you this practice. So moving into your final posture this practice today, you can make some space on your mat. Option always to bring your blocks and blanket in some capacity. But when you've made that choice for yourself, allow the back to sink down to the earth. I know I'm bringing my blocks for a reclining butterfly, but again, taking any shape here that feels good. Allow that moment just to let the shapes you've taken today live in the body. What postures felt good, what postures didn't feel quite so good. And also asking yourself, if you used your strap this practice, how did the strap feel coming with you for a few postures? In truth, Heron's pose, head to knee, and then of course your intense Western stretch. Those are just 3 postures of quite a few that you can utilize your yoga strap for. And as mentioned, bringing props with you can allow you the space to feel things in slightly different ways. But all of that said, come back to your Savasana, that relaxation shape in the body, to let you alchemize what you've experienced this practice. Remember your breath. Maybe the channel has opened a little bit more as you've taken time to focus on that. Honor your heartbeat. Leave behind any tension, any stiffness you might have felt. And as ever, enjoy your Savasana. Thank you for everything that you do on and off of your mat. I will bring you back shortly. and starting to bring some awareness back to your body. As the time has come to call yourself back to the mat you know, the space you've made. Introduce yourself back to your space, refamiliarizing your body with a big breath in through the nose, opening the throat nice and big for that breath to travel through. Perhaps notice if you still feel any kind of obstruction, any kind of hindrance or blockage. And when the breath has lived in the body long enough, exhale through the nose. Take a sigh or yawn through the mouth. Incorporate your return with some wiggles of the fingertips and toes. Circling the wrists a couple times. If you are still in a reclining butterfly, this could be a nice place for the hands to go under the knees, just to close the legs back together. But as ever, it's your mat, it's your space. So welcome any movements in your body that honor and strengthen your tether back to this corporeal plane. And when you feel like you have returned aptly to your space, you're always welcome to end your practice in the conjured shape of your Savasana today. Maybe meeting in a seat feels more familiar, feels more cyclical in a way of ending your practice just as you started. But however you choose to be, the arms, the legs, the eyes take their time settling in to a shape that resonates with your journey today and how it ends. Knowing that this is just one stop of the many stops that your day might take you through. And knowing that through it all, creating that open breath, feeling the throat expand just enough so that every atom of air passes through it. Taking another breath for you, being thankful for your body and what it does, how it does it, and knowing that you always have tools, whether from your practice's perspective, like a yoga strap or some blocks, or even moving through your day-to-day. There will always be resources out there to help you protect your open breath. For with an open breath, you convey and communicate your ideas to help shape this world, your world, as you need to. As ever, it has been my humble, happy honor to have shared this space with you as you have shared it with me today. May you always live this life in your own authentic way, bringing forth your shine and radiance to this beautiful planet we share. Because as true today as in the many tomorrows to come, this world is made all the better, all the brighter, and all the more magical because you are in it. The luminosity in me cherishes, respects, and will always celebrate the luminous, open heart in you. Shanti. Namaste. I thank you so much for joining me on this strap-centric practice. If today was your first day utilizing a yoga strap in some capacity, consider how that felt for you. Some postures can most certainly benefit from having the strap as an aid. If the strap didn't serve you, then if anything, this practice was very educational for your own body, just to decide the experiences that you want to curate for yourself. All of that to say, thank you for trusting me to share some space with you. I hope that today is what you need it to be. And until we meet each other on our mats again, namaste.